Today, we are building this desk tank. It is tiny and can run over almost anything on your desk. And I will show you exactly how I built it down to the last screw. Here's everything that goes into this build. There are a lot of components in this one, so if you're a beginner, watch without skipping. An ESP32 C3 Super Mini, a DRV8833 motor driver, a 1.3-inch OLED display, a LiPo charge and boost module. It charges the battery and also boosts the output to 5 volts. Two N20 motors. These are 6 volt and 100 RPM. Make sure you use motors that can run on 5 volts and above. A 1000 mAh LiPo battery. And if you're making the PCB for it, then you need a 3 by 7 centimeter PCB, some wires and connectors. There is no custom PCB for this project yet. And for the mechanical components, we need two 624ZZ bearings, two 3mm screws, they are 12mm long, and 4 nuts, and some 2mm screws of height 3mm and 5mm, and two silicone O-rings. I am using the 63mm ones, but if you want a tighter fit, you can use smaller ones like maybe 62 or even 60mm. It depends on your fit. And finally, the 3D printed chassis. This chassis went through a couple of print revisions to get the motor pockets and the PCBs to fit perfectly. If you don't have a 3D printer and want to print this project, you can get them printed from JLC 3DP. If you haven't heard of them, JLC 3DP delivers industrial grade 3D printing that bridges prototyping and production, helping makers like us bring concepts to reality with speed, precision, and cost efficiency. I can upload the project files straight to their site and get an instant code in seconds. And the whole order should be ready in about 48 hours. What actually surprised me is the material range. They've got over 20 materials to choose from, everything from standard resins all the way up to engineering grade nylons and even metals. Parts start at just 30 cents. You can 3D print for just $0.3 and stack that with up to $123 in coupons from JLC 3DP, and it is a steal. Link is down below if you want to try it on your own project. First, the motors go into the chassis. They press fit into these pockets, nice and snug. Don't be afraid to put a little pressure here. And these pieces keep the motors in place. The battery goes here. And the battery wire goes through this hole here. If you have a connector on the battery, you might have to remove it to do this, but be very careful not to let the wires touch anything or each other. And if you're wondering, I am using 2mm connectors for all the components. I soldered all the connections onto the PCB. The connection diagram link is in the description. I am using a right-angled female header for the OLED display. This way we can angle it any way we want later on. Comment if I should make a custom PCB for this little guy. The charging module goes on the back. I have added connectors for the input and output. Before we connect the ESP32, we need to upload the code. The code link is also in the description. Open it in Arduino IDE and upload it to the ESP32. Nothing needs to be changed. Next, we add the wheels. The wheels are a tight fit, so align the shaft correctly and press firmly to fit the motor wheels. And for the other wheels, fit the bearing inside it. Align it correctly and press down and it should slide in. It is going to be a bit tight, but it should fit. You don't have to slide it all the way in, I'll show you why. So we need to make sure that the front and the back wheels align so that the rubber ring can stay in place. We can do this by adjusting the bearing by sliding it in and out to match the wheels exactly. And the disk tank is complete. To control the tank on your mobile, connect to the TT Disk Tank Wi-Fi network. The password is TechTalkies. And open 192.168.4.1 in your browser. And you can control the tank from here. We make beginner friendly projects like these every week. Subscribe and share this video to support us and help keep all the projects open source. And until then, keep making.